Welcome to my Floss Tube. My name is Dawn and I go by Busymomstitcher here on YouTube and Instagram. If you are new to this channel is all about my cross stitch journey, and this is my weekly updates. I do non-full coverage and full coverage, so stick around to see what I've been up to. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. This week I am just going to go over what I did stitch this whole week, and we'll do a little bit of one little haul, some update, and a little life update. So let's get started. My first thing is I am doing one strand a day on a project, and a lot of people are doing this right now. So this one strand a day is Cottage of the Month. It is by Cottage Needleworks. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is done on a 14 count vintage taupe that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I will do side by side, so somewhere around this video I will be putting where it was the last time you saw it, so last Sunday. This got 277 stitches, and I am at, and this will not have a percentage because it's a paper pattern. Pull this off the hoop a little bit, or the Q-snap, and this is where I am now. So I completed the trees this week, and today I started on the house. I don't know what else I completed. I'm thinking maybe something up here too. I started another, I moved my Q-snap to start here too. So this is one strand a day I do in the morning. It's about 40 stitches, roughly. So I just pick one color and I do that strand, and then I put it away. And I do it every morning. This is my first stitch in the morning. Then I have a Sunday stitch that I do on Sundays. So last Sunday, this one is called Disney Artist. I don't know who the actual artist is. I got it off at an Etsy shop. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I am just in the left-hand corner. This is a slow process, as you will see when I get. So I only got 200 stitches on this last Sunday, and now I am at 4,000 stitches. 4,000 is completed. And I forgot to put out of, hold on, let me see. So I've gotten 4,000 completed out of 663,000. 336, and I am at 0.60% on this one. This is done on a 20 count grid, Ada, 1/1, and I use DMC floss. I do park my threads, so you will see the threads. I do start in the left-hand corner, and I do 100 blocks. And this is where I am now. So I got this block and this block done. And today I will do how many blocks I can get. Hopefully I get maybe 300, hopefully, maybe not. Well, just depends. We have a graduation party to go to today, so I don't know how much I'll get stitching done. Over here somewhere should be Tinkerbell and them coming soon. So hopefully we'll get there soon. Throw that there. All right, so then my next category is my 100 stitches, and I have changed this up a little bit. I had everything on my wheel, all of my cross stitch, full coverage, non-full coverage, everything, but I've changed that wheel again. And the only reason why is because I think I want to whip down. I realized the other day I was putting something in my Mark RXP app, and it only holds 150 projects. That means like they have categories where you can do, you're doing your, some that are you're doing, and then you're done, and then you can have it like a wish list, or you're they're like waiting to be started. So I had to take the ones that are waiting to be started off of the app so I can add these newer starts, because I'm reaching over 150 with my done and what I'm doing. So I realized that I really have a lot of whips, and I want to actually bring them down. And the other thing is I want to get some of these non-full coverage done and be done with it, so I can just concentrate on full coverage, because full coverage is what I really enjoy. So I do enjoy my non-full coverage, but I just want to be able to stitch more full coverage, I guess. So the 100 stitches, I switched the wheel, I think on Tuesday actually, to only 15 projects. And I picked the 15 projects that I wanted to stitch, that I want to stitch right now. So I will do the 15 that are on the wheel, and every Sunday night I will restart it. And then, so it could come back the next week. And I'm going to stitch it until it's finished. So that is a little bit of plans there. But that's what happened this week. So my first stitch was Autumn Love. This is by Lori Holt, I believe. Yeah, Lori Holt, and you can get this one from Fat Quarter Shop. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I have this block, and I was finishing up this block. So not very far. I don't remember. I think I started this in 2023. So it's a little bit old and it's not very far. So I really want to get these. It is in my bag that I made. Cute little fall bag. These are the bags I like to make. So hopefully here soon I'll be able to start making some more. This is on a 14 count tea dye that I dyed myself. And this got 101 stitches, and I am at 2,934 completed out of 29,307 stitches with a 10.01%. And I'll put pictures of where it was the last time you saw it. I'll do a comparison. And this is where I am now. I got the rest of these blue flowers, and then I got these dots in. I did the center of this flower, and I started that leaf. I thought maybe the whole box would be 100 that I had left, and it's actually more, so. All right, then my next the next one I spent was Christmas City. This is by Crocheted Gogo. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I have a couple of these cities, and I'm not very far on them, and I really would like to get these a little further. So this one is on the wheel. This is done on a 14 count vintage country mocha using DMC floss. So I use DMC. I will let you know if I use a different thread, but most of my cross stitch is DMC. And this got 91 stitches, and I am at 988 complete out of 32,151 stitches with a 3.07%. And this is where I am now. I just finished up this box right here, this brown and a little bit of stuff in here. So these stitches will get between no more they're supposed to get 100 stitches, but if I'm at a stopping point and I'm close to 100, then I'm going to stop. If I have some strands still left over and I'm over 100, I'm going to go over it, because I don't like to park on my non-full coverage. Then the next spin I did was called Candy Ghosts. This is by Shannon Christine. I was in her little monthly program, and I'm not in it anymore. So this is where this came from. This is called Candy Ghost. I believe you probably can purchase it on our website. I am actually doing this on a different fabric. This is on a 14 count blue jean that I dyed myself. It got 91 stitches, and I am at 731 complete out of 2,316 stitches with a 31.56%. And all I did was most of the white on the ghost still. And here he is. So I did all of this white here. These are not ears. These are actually candy corns, but I was doing the white, so yeah, I'm trying to get most of the white in first, and then I'm going to go back and do the color. Then actually on Wednesday again, I was getting my hair done, colored in that, so I usually stitch when I get my hair done. And so I took this with me. It is called Quaker Law Farm. I call it Quaker Farm. It's by Jardin, Prive. I think that's how you say it. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I have changed the whole thing. This one is, I am using a specialty floss. This is done on a 14 count vintage smoke Ada that I purchased from 123 Stitch. I am using a color and cotton. It's called Battleship. So I'm using this floss. This one, when I was getting my hair done, got 98 stitches. And this is a paper pattern, so I don't have a percentage on it. But this is where I got done. I did all of this, started this motif right here. This one you still have to count. I thought it'd be easier to take along with me instead of having to change, but you still have to count, but you don't have to change your color. So it's a little bit easier, but I still don't get a lot of stitches in. I think I'm a slow stitcher. I've come to the conclusion. And this is just in another bag that I made. Then my next one is called, for the 100 stitches, is called Halloween Letters. This is by Primrose Cottage. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. This was a restarted. I think I restarted in 2024. I just didn't like the fabric I was using before, but now I do. So this one is on a 14 count Stormy Night. This got 134 stitches, and I am at 1,479 complete out of 6,669 stitches with a 22.18%. Let me get this a little bit easier here. And this is where I am now. I did all this rest of this purple. Excuse me. I did all the rest of this purple in this all. I think when this gets pulled back again, I think I'm going to finish up the house to make sure I have enough, because I just realized, I don't know, I hope I have enough to get, I have to get house on there. I bet you, I still do. I think I have enough. So I'm going to try to do house, and then the next time it gets pulled. And then we'll come back to this side. Then my next one was a new start for 100 stitches, and this is called 9 Patch by Primrose Cottage, and it's the June one. This is actually the least stitch pattern that I own. There's only 579 stitches on this total. So this is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I do have, I think it's May that I have done, and then the October. This is on a 14 count vintage tote. I got 120 stitches, and I am at 120 complete out of 574 stitches with a 20.91%. And this is where I got. And there won't be a comparison picture because this is a new start. So I got the border finish, and this is going to be a cherry here. It's got a little bit over 100 stitches, and that's because I was trying to finish up the strand. Then the next one is another new start. This is a monthly mini village by Country Cottage Needlework, and I am working on January. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I think these are so cute. I've decided I'm going to start from January and work my way down now. I started on March a while back, but I think we're gonna start with January. And this one's on the wheel all the time until it's finished. So this actually got this is on a 14 count vintage country mocha that I purchased at 123 Stitch. It got 100 stitches, and since this is a paper, I do not have a percentage, and this is where I am now. So I got some of the snow in, and this tree is finished. So next I will work on the house that's next in line when it gets called again. All right, so that was my stitches for 100 every day that I do 100 stitches, and then now we're going to move on to my full coverage spin. So these are, I spin once a day. Every day I get a new full coverage, and then I stitch as much as I can for the rest of the day. So usually it's maybe a little bit at lunchtime I can get some in, and then after dinner and the rest of the night, it depends. This week was a little bit slow as I was trying to get a quilt and baby bird cloths done for a baby shower, which I'll talk at the end. So the first one was Gingerbread House. This is by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I am just up in here in the left-hand corner. This is on a 16 count Ada, and as I was stitching it, I was debating if I should change it into a 20 count, but I'm just gonna keep it as 16. This got 200 stitches, and I am at 1,200 stitches completed out of 426,750 stitches with a 0.28%. And this is where I am now. I got these 2 blocks in. So if you look and pull it back, you can kind of start seeing this candy. Is it a candy popsicle? So not much really to see yet, but it's getting there with a slow process. Then the next one I spun was, so I have all of my full coverage and new starts on one wheel for my full coverage. Everything's still on there. I'm thinking about changing that too, but I just haven't yet. So this next one is called, it was a new start. It's called Cute Halloween Witch, and it is by Charlie's Official Store. And this is on a 20 count Ada 1/1. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. I'm just here up here in the thing. This only got 100 completed. 100 stitches. I did 100 stitches. And so I'm at 100 completed out of 112,898 stitches with a 0.09%. Again, this is on a 20 count 1/1. This is what I enjoy now, is 20 count. And it doesn't show much because this one is this is confetti heavy. It might not look like it, but it is. Like, I think I changed my strand it seemed like all the time. It was crazy. So with this, when you change your strand more than once and it's not blocky stitch, it takes me forever. It could take me 2 hours just to do one block, which is crazy, but it does. So this is where I'm at. So you can see all the thread. Like, it was, yeah, I was changing the thread a lot. So I think that's called ninja stitching and not really confetti. But so I think this will be fun once I get into it a little bit more. I mean, you can start seeing, this is going to be the bat wing, but it is a slow stitch because I'm changing my colors all the time. Then my next one was Summer at the Farm. This is by Stitches So Beautiful. It is, I'm sorry, Charted by Stitches So Beautiful, is by Kim Leo. This is what it'll look like when I'm finished. This one is on a 14 count Ada. This got 200 stitches, and I am at 1,200 complete out of 118,000 with a 1.02%. This, I am just in this tree up here. This is a little confetti heavy, but not too bad actually for a tree. And this is where I am now. So I believe I got these two, these 2 blocks. So you can really see the tree when you pull it back. This one I was debating on taking off the wheel for a little bit and putting it in my whole bucket. And that's what I'm thinking about some of my full coverage. I'm just really enjoying my 20 count. So I might put this on hold for a little bit. I'll put it on hold and then I'll start another one. But I don't know. I might leave it on there yet. Okay. And then my next one was a new start. See, new start. That's why I probably can't get caught up or done with things. It's getting warm in here. This is Ocean Panorama. This is by Pain-Free Craft, charted by Pain-Free Craft, but it's by Adrian Chesterman. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Siski Stitches is doing this one. I'm not sure who else is doing this, but I know Siski is. I'm just in the left-hand corner. I think she's in the, yeah, I'm in this corner and she's in this corner. This is on a 20 count Aida, 1/1, and I only got 200 stitches, and I am at 200 complete out of 234,000 with a 0.09%. And all you can see is blue. This one, I am actually thinking about changing the way I stitch. So right now I do a diagonal stitch of 100, and I'm thinking about just doing a row, like doing the typewriter method, and getting to the end to make sure that all my cross stitch has enough fabric and I'm doing this correctly. So on this one, I think I'm gonna when I come back and gets called, I'm gonna start here, and we're just gonna go this way, I think, and see what happens. And then I also thought about just starting and just doing getting to a page finish. So I think I'm gonna up it a little bit and change the way I stitch on some of them. Some of them I'll keep as the diagonal. And then my last one for this week was actually a restart. So I've done this one before, but I decided to restart it on a 20 count. This is on a 20 count gridded Aida, 1/1. And this is The Toy Shop. It's by Aimee Stewart. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Design. Yeah. And this is where I am now. Or this is what it will look like when I'm finished. And I'm trying to think, I was trying to think who is doing this one, and I have her on, it's in my top of my head. I watched her the other day. Let me see if I can go see who it is. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you who. Oh, Fun with Cross Stitch. It's the Floss Tube Channel. I'll link her at the bottom as well. She's actually doing this one, and that's my favorite thing to see when her videos come on, to see how far she is on it. She is actually down here, and there's a dog that's popping up. I mean, she has like, I think this whole row down here done, and then this dog. It's amazing. So I'm not as far as her. I just restarted this, and I only got 100 stitches in because it was last night. So I was supposed to do this Friday night, and we got really busy and I couldn't get it done, and then I couldn't even start it. And then I started it last night, and I almost didn't start it because I was exhausted, but I did start it. So there's not much to see on this one. So it only got 100 stitches, so it's 100 complete out of 350,700 with a 0.03%. And this is all I got done. Not much. And again, I think this way, I think I'm going to change it up and not do the diagonal. I think I'm going to try to do a cross maybe and see how it works. I just don't want to get lines on it, so I'm afraid if I go across, I might get lines. But we'll see. All right, so that was all of my stitchy stuff this week, for the whole week. So I'll go back and do some more this week. Let's go ahead. I have some haul, just one thing. I don't think I showed this last time, and I meant to. So I did I think it was April, or was it May? April or May, I did the Stitch So Beautiful challenge, and this is the free chart that we actually got. This one. Does anyone know? Here's my question for you, if anyone knows. I like to crop this and like take this like chunk out so I don't have to stitch all that, and just do maybe from here. How would I do that? And I use Mark RXP, so I don't use pattern keeper. Maybe I'll I don't know. So if anyone knows how I can maybe crop this before I start it, or I'll just see if I can do it. But so this is a new pattern I got. This was for the Stitches So Beautiful challenge. And then let's talk about a little bit about plans. Now, I already talked a little bit about it. I changed my non-full coverage wheel to 15 now. I am thinking about maybe changing my full coverage and knocking that down to only maybe 15. The reason why I'm saying 15 just charge is because if I do 15, that means it'll get picked twice a month, where right now, one chart is only getting picked once a month. And there's 45, so actually no, they're not always going to get picked in the month. So I just really would like to see more progress on some things and not wait 2 months down the road to get more progress in. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. So I might change my wheel to 15, just 15 of my favorite ones that I like to do right now, and see how that works. All right, and then let's do a little life update. I don't really have very much other than this past week I was very busy trying to get a quilt done and burnt cloths done before yesterday, because my niece is having a baby and her baby shower was yesterday. So I will insert some pictures right here because I can finally now show it because she has it, of my quilt I made and the burnt cloths that I made. So I'll put some pictures here. At first I thought I was never going to get it done because I worked 2 jobs, and I thought, oh, this is never going to get done, or I'm not going to get quilted. And then I realized my machine can do smaller quilts and quilt it. So that was fun, learning something new that my machine can do. So the machine I have is an embroidery machine. It's an older one. It's a Aimee. It's actually my mom's machine that she gave me. So it does embroidery. It does quilting. It's got all the bells and whistles on it, and I'm just learning a lot of it right now. So that's been fun. So yesterday we had a baby shower. So after the baby shower, me and my daughter went to the pool for a while. We did some swimming, just hanging out because it's very hot here right now. And then we went out to get some dinner, came back home. Well, we rode in the Jeep for a while. Not the Jeep, the Bronco, I should say. Bronco. We rode in the Bronco with the doors off for a little bit yesterday. And then we came home and I did some stitching. And then today, here in a little bit, me and my daughter are going to a graduation party for a friend of hers who graduated a couple weeks ago. So we're going to do that. We might go to the pool again today. I don't know. It's very hot, so it might be a pool day again. So next week I shouldn't be too busy. I don't have any more projects other than I am going to start doing some sewing projects that I've been wanting to do that I couldn't get to when I worked my second job. So I'm hoping to start that. And one of my big projects that I want to start is actually start making bags for my projects. So I want to start doing that. So hopefully I'll get to that next week. And then my last thing I have, I just have a quick question for everyone. Would you like to see a whip parade? Because I see a lot of people doing whip parades. I was thinking more of, a lot of people do their whip parades of what they have done this year, like a mid-year whip parade. But I haven't done a whip parade since I started Flosstube, which has been a year. So I thought about doing 2 different videos. One of all of my non-full coverage that I have started, and then the second video would be of my full coverages that I've started between when I've started. It won't be for just this year. So if you would like to see that, please comment below and let me know. I'll probably do it anyways, but I'm just kind of curious if you would like to see something that is a whip parade, but it's not going to be like what I started this year. It'll be with all my whips, I guess I should say. So if you'd like to see that, please let me know. If you have any questions or comments, you can contact me here on YouTube. You can contact me on Instagram. My Instagram is Busymomstitcher. I also have a email address, which is busymomstitcher@gmail.com. You can contact me there. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy stitching. See you guys. Bye.